Francis Gonzalez, inspires and motivates informative leader, sense of belongingness, personally and professionally. The pros and cons.
Leadership and decision making.
We are the Group 3 and represent to you the Audit Senior Manager and Audit Team Leader of Ernst & Young Australia, Mr. Francis Gonzalez.
A good day to everyone. I'm Froilan Gonzalez from Group 3 of your Leadership and Decision Making and your interviewer for today. Today, I will introduce to you our special guest from Ernst & Young Australia, and he is a Audit Senior Manager and a Team Leader. Let us all welcome Mr. Francis Aliarde Gonzalez.
Hello, and thanks for inviting me.
Mr. Francis, can you give me a little bit of background about yourself and what you do?
So again, I'm Francis Gonzalez. I've been working in Ernst & Young for more than 10 years now, and specifically in the audit division. And I've been working in a whole lot of audit clients in the oil and gas, mining, and financial services clients. And I've been working as well with several audit engagement teams as we complete certain audit engagements.
Mr. Gonzalez, we prepared 14 questions for you and it's all about leadership and decision making. Now, let's proceed to the questions. Question number 1. For you, what is a leader and what is leadership?
In my view, a leader is someone who leads, inspires, and motivates and brings out the best in himself and others. And the same goes with leadership, in my own opinion, that it's an act of leading, inspiring, and motivating others.
How would you describe yourself as a leader? And in such case, what would be leadership under you?
I would consider myself a transformative leader, which is a person who brings out the best in others. Being a transformative leader, I develop across my engagement teams the concept of teaming by bringing together a group of people, playing to each other's strengths, coaching, collaboration, and building trust to achieve a collective goal.
For the question number 3, what motivated you to be this type of leader? And do you have any specific role models or a particular experience in life that shaped you into the leader that you are?
Good question. Actually, it's in EY, where I work in. We believe that transformative leadership is one of the solutions in building a better person, a better team, and a better working world, which actually what has motivated me in this type of leadership behavior and what I gained from my exceptional Ernst & Young experience.
Thank you for that answer. In your first months as Audit Senior Manager, did you have a particular game plan for building good relationships with your subordinates?
There isn't any particular game plan that I have, but in order to build good relationships with my engagement team, each team member should have that sense of belongingness through establishing an inclusive, open, and safe environment. An environment that is aligned around a shared purpose, feel free to be themselves, and are valued.
For our question number 5, in your journey as Audit Senior Manager, ano yung pinakatumatak sa'yo na problems or mistakes na hinarap mo in your team? How was it, and what did you do to resolve it?
One challenge that I recently experienced is yung resource constraints, where there are insufficient people in my engagement teams. But still having the same deadline. So what we did, we work out a game plan and allocate things to be prioritized and ensure there is proper communication between each other and ensure that everyone's working hard with a common goal and achieving that deadline.
Thank you for that answer. Next, for the number 6 question is, when it comes to your subordinates, how do you handle them or how was your relationship with them?
When it comes to my team members, I regularly check in each team member personally and professionally. I consistently aim to create an open and inclusive environment where my team would feel free to be themselves.
For our question number 7, after a particular period, for example, a week na loaded talaga, how would you approach your subordinates for feedback?
Usually, I provide timely and constructive feedback, but you have to identify when is the best time to have that conversation with the person you are providing feedback so that they will be at their best as well to, to hear those constructive criticisms and constructive development points. But sometimes you really have to prepare to run difficult conversations when you're delivering constructive feedback. As long as you make sure that that person understands that the purpose of those constructive feedback is for their development.
Number 8 question. What kind of power do you think you have over your subordinates, or how do you influence them to do a great job at work?
I believe gone are the days of the effectivity of authoritative leadership. Nowadays, trust is the secret ingredient of transformative leadership. I ensure my team work effectively and efficiently by showing trust and trusting them, giving them things that they would be accountable and responsible for, but still regularly checking in for their status and how they are going with their work.
Now we moved on to the number 9 question. What approach do you use when you want your subordinates to perform well? And are you more on promoting them to keep them motivated or having a set of punishment in place?
I don't believe punishments are still effective nowadays. I motivate people by showing appreciation and through reward systems, giving them acknowledgement when it's due.
Next, for the number 10 question, do you agree with the idea of lead by example? If yes, how do you do it? If not, how would you lead?
Definitely, I agree with leading by example. In my line of work, I always ensure I provide quality work and ensure I take care of my well-being, which what I also regularly check with my engagement team to making sure that they're doing their work well and of high quality and at the same time that they're taking care of their well-being. How are they outside work?
For our next question, as a leader, what are the personality traits that may affect your followers' behavior towards the work environment?
In my own opinion, when a leader doesn't show appreciation or value to others that are working with him or her, those under him or her would tend to be burned out or they would leave. So it's important as a leader that you show appreciation on a job well done. You value their work and you value them by making sure that they're okay and by helping them as well when they need it. And lastly, acknowledging them when they have done an excellent job.
Next, for our next question, what personality traits may you consider among your subordinates as a strong potential?
In my own view, when a person has an eagerness to learn and perform on exceeding expectation, for me, that's what demonstrates a strong potential in someone.
For our next question, what strategies do you do in analyzing the problems of your subordinates?
In analyzing the problem of subordinates, I think the key would be actively listening and understanding your team, both personally and professionally. It is critical in analyzing and the challenges of your team. You have to listen what they are going through to be able to understand what's impacting their performance and their work.
And last but not the least, our last question. As a leader, you are bound to make hard decisions. How do you make this decision? And do you have follow a particular guide? And can you provide us tips?
Usually, I just analyze the pros and cons of any situation or scenario before making any hard decisions. Knowing what are the risks, the possible impact, or the consequences of a decision is very important, and so you can properly plan ahead before making a certain decision.
And that's all. That's all our questions for today. Thank you very much, Mr. Francis Gonzalez, for giving us time to make this interview, and we hope we can meet you in person to learn more tips and guides on how to become a good leader and a manager. Thank you.
Thank you.